During COVID, some businesses were hit hard and many of their workers had to take an unpaid leave. To help out those workers, the Ministry of Labor introduced a subsidies program with a maximum subsidy of 11,000 NT per furloughed worker. But as COVID wanes, the program will terminate at the end of the month. To make sure that people are not left out in the cold, the MOL said an employment stabilization measure would be adopted so that subsidies would continue, albeit at a reduced amount.
Participants answer questions and attempt to break into the next level in this game. This is a family fair that highlights the prevention of occupational accidents held by the Ministry of Labor. However, the MOL subsidies for furloughed workers introduced during the pandemic will come to an end at the end of the month. That means the highest subsidy of 11,000 NT will be a thing of the past on June 30th.
The post-epidemic special regulations will expire on June 30th, especially for workers who have seen their work reduced. In the past, we had an employment stabilization measure. It could only be activated when the unemployment rate of insured persons in the employment insurance surpassed 1% for 3 consecutive months. But this time, we will not adopt such an absolute value.
To make sure that monetary assistance would continue, the ministry will lower the implementation threshold of the employment stabilization measures so that furloughed workers can continue to be subsidized. But the maximum amount will be reduced to 9,700 NT. The number of workers on furlough last month came to 15,700 people, as reported from a total of 1,983 business operators, a decrease from the previous week. However, it was found that printed circuit board manufacturer Unimicron had failed to report its 120 workers on unpaid leave. The last time Unimicron made the headlines was back in mid-April when it was reported that the electronics giant had forced its employees to take an unpaid leave under the guise of a dream-come-true leave. While that controversy has not yet been resolved, its failure to report the number of furloughed workers has now surfaced. While Taoyuan City's Labor Department is still investigating the matter, Unimicron has responded in an official statement that it has not yet received the Labor Department's decision and will respect it and review it humbly.
This case is still under investigation, and the Ministry of Labor is continuing to pay close attention. We don't want to see business operators undercut the rights and interests of workers by using various pretenses to do so.
The MOL is also reminding businesses that no matter how many furloughs are implemented, workers' wages must not fall below the basic salary, and that violation can result in fines of 20,000 to 1 million NT.